Hello and welcome back. Here to continue playthrough of Control. And here I am at the little hidden secret save point. Last time I found another hidden secret breakable wall right there, and here we have our little concealed control point. Got 2 ability points. Ran into a little bit of trouble last time, so might actually get that last bit of health. Just to get a little more buffer. Mods. Can get another one of these. Just infinite level personal mod. Let's do it. Evade ammo refund. Ammo recovery on evade use. Oh. Oh, and I can actually make another one. Shield boost. Shield strength 86%. Not bad. Okay, so after this... Ooh, both nice. I can probably get rid of that. And I think for this one, I'll stick with this a little bit for now because I just want to see how much this affects it. I've been using it a bit, but haven't been taking full advantage of it. Aha, so here we are. And I think still trying to make our way up this elevator shaft. Oh, warehouse. There's the... I think if I were to have a more dodge-focused gameplay, I could dodge a whole bunch to recover ammo and then make more shots.
Another etching, like the one I used to get in here.
Before I touch that, I want to see what's in this other. Oh, okay. Thought there might be something up there. Seeing if there's any. Seems like just an awkward place to have a hole in the wall. It's just a death pit. See if there's any secrets on like the inner ledge. Okay, not that I can tell right now. Let's touch it. Oh, jeez. Was trying to activate this spike trap. Okay, I gotta get that hiss cluster. Hang on. I need to... Wait. What did I get? An enraged ammo refund. Ammo recovery on taking his charged damage. I've been doing a lot of that, but... But I think this one I'm going to change to the spin. Alright, get this guy. Alright. Just finishing it off so I can see what mod I get. Health recovery on melee, nope. Now let's touch it again.
Is this the lock/key the board told me about?
Oh, I think the painting might have... Oh, now that I think about it, that painting might have been the former. In which case, are we gonna get that rematch? Former didn't actually die, I don't think so. So if so I see the pyramid there. There's the board up there. I could pull this stuff out of this ball. Just, I guess I'll reform it. So if I do that, and then I can reform that section as well as that section. All done, seasoned. Our nail is rebuilding and loosening.
Just doing my job.
Just doing my job.
First one down. Director Faden's got this covered.
Ooh, 4 ability points. Still wonder about this. Well, maybe that's just a easier way down, perhaps. Okay, so before I go dying again, see these 4 ability points we got. Ooh. Okay, so might as well finish off that bit of energy. These points are still efficient. I'm going to use that. And go into Ground Slam. 3 more points to finish that off. Ooh, 3 points for 50%. Not bad. Look at our mods again. Refresh mods for 1,000. Worth doing. Okay, got a few more infinite mods. Get one of these. Concussed ammo refund from taking melee damage. Ooh, not great. Launch health recovery. Health recovery on launch hits 90%. I do use launch a lot. Big health recovery per element pickup. 67 to 57. Can get rid of that. Hang on to this for now. Energy recovery on melee kills. Nope. 19% health recovery on launch hits. That's... yeah, I don't think I'll be using two of these at the same time. If anything, I'll have an efficiency mod in there at least to keep up with it. But yeah, I think that one thing I always thought was 3 slots feels very light in general for all these personal mods. That you can tailor the way you play and you can kind of choose one particular playstyle, but I feel like even like one more row of personal mods would be nice because you could really customize how you want to play and have a little more flexibility. Yeah, this just encourages bad gameplay. So I'm just gonna remove that. See if on the charge, get the projectile speed. Gonna have the ammo recovery on weapon hits exclusive to charge. And evade cost after weapon kills. Oh, actually, this could be really good with the Pierce gun now that I think about it. So I'm going to take this and put the blast radius one on there. So right now, Pierce, I'm using charge. This one's just hands down the best one. Reload speed for charge. Instead of this, I could use the evade cost after weapon kills. Okay, so right now I'm still on my little launch fetish, so I'm just gonna stick with the reload speed. But if I were to change this up for, evade cost, as well as the evade ammo recovery, if I went evade ammo refund, maybe energy cost there, so I could just shoot with the Pierce, dodge to get more ammo back, and keep shooting. That could be a pretty fun playstyle as well. Okay, so I think I've cleared out everything in the warehouse, so I'm actually going to fast travel back to the crossroads. And perhaps I'll clear out the other side as well. Is that friendly? Okay, have people... yeah, there's a bunch of rangers now that are hanging out here. Oh, is that Emily?
Emily, how did she get down here?
Hey.
What are you doing down here, Emily?
What do you mean? You called me down, remember?
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
No, that's right. You didn't. But then, I remember you needing me to come here. I mean, you even told me how to get in. Let's just chalk it up to synchronicity so we can get to work.
She takes everything in stride.
The board called me down here to deal with the situation. The astral plane is
Colliding with our world, I know. Isn't it fascinating? I never even considered that the astral plane could be a physical volume expanding beyond its dimensional container. The bleed is localized to this area, but its growth rate seems steady. Given time, it will consume the entire Bureau, and possibly beyond.
That's what I'm here to stop. The board told me to fix the nail over there by dismantling 4 locks in the astral plane. Funny, I think it's put itself back together a bit.
So that could be due to the law of inverse exchange. For every associated component you remove, this nail reconstructs. Or possibly some variation of anti-sympathy. Don't worry, I'll look into it. Did you notice all the Bureau infrastructure? It looks like there was a research team stationed down here at some point. You think Darling knew about this?
I put money on it. That reminds me, have you seen Marshall? She contacted me over the hotline, but then I saw her walking around.
I haven't seen her. The hotline only connects to extraplanar entities. Or dead people. But Marshall's proved time and time again that she's a survivor.
That's exactly what I thought.
Anyway, I've been looking into the minerals growing down here. Have you noticed how they insist on maintaining a certain form? Maybe some sort of a state memory, or they consciously prefer a certain shape?
I think we're on a clock here, Emily. I need to stop the astral bleeding before it brings the oldest house down. See what you can find out from the nail in the meantime. And send out some rangers to look for Marshall. She may be in trouble.
Will do, Jesse. If you see anything interesting, remember to take detailed notes.
Emily Pope, always very enthusiastic about discovering new things. Now we found some badge IDs and tags throughout our first section in the warehouse. I remember that one of the logs mentioned Dr. Ash was creating talismans, and I'm wondering if those badge IDs could be the talismans he was talking about.
Jesse, you're back. So did you find anything noteworthy? The original Bureau expedition down here left so much interesting stuff behind.
Like their ID cards. I picked up a weird one. It's pretty old.
Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, I found a few ID cards myself. Or, more accurately, the Rangers found them for me.
Are you starting a collection?
I'm going for the whole set. I kid, of course. But I suppose they are sort of like baseball cards, except for Bureau stuff from the 60s. Hey, the one you found is different than mine. It looks like it's a higher clearance level.
A rare one, then. Want to keep it, Emily?
Yeah, I absolutely do. But I think you should hang on to it for now. High clearance access might come in handy.
Sounds like you have something in mind.
Guilty. See, I've been going through Dr. Ash's notes, or the ones I can find, anyway. Like Darling, he seemed to enjoy hiding his most relevant research. From what I gather, there is another floor beneath the warehouse with a special lab that requires 5 high-level staff members just to access. Here, take this. It's an old skeleton key. Something else the Rangers found. I give them $5 for every useful trinket they bring me.
I'm gonna assume this key is my ticket to that lower floor. And that super secret lab you mentioned.
Bingo bango, as Dr. Darling used to say. Well, keep your eyes peeled for more ID cards around the warehouse. If Ash's notes are reliable, and I'm sure they are, then 5 is the magic number.
All right, I don't think I quite found 5 ID cards yet. The counter indicates I probably have 2. So if I had So at some point, probably going to have to take in a closer look through the warehouse. See what I can find there.
The Rangers have tapped into an old radio network they found around the Foundation. So if you need backup, just call them at one of the stations.
I remember I had some dialogue with Arish back at Central Exec. I'm gonna do these for now.
How did the Hiss get into the Foundation?
Same way we did, I imagine. But you need to remember that the Hiss are the embodiment of persistence. Their nature seems to be one of force, to find every possible vulnerability and exploit it. Their only goal is consumption.
I'm sure there's plenty of goodies for them down here. The nail, for instance.
If the Hiss could corrupt the nail, I'm sure they would have by now. It must not interest them in its broken state. They could be distracted by the numerous unknown paranatural materials I'm sure are lying around. These are the roots of the oldest house. The Hiss will find plenty of ways to make trouble.
They're pretty good at that. So you've never heard of the Foundation, huh?
I've never even seen the name referenced. Clearly it's highly classified, but for what reason? The problem with these kinds of closed-off hidden areas is that they were likely sealed for good reason. But now no one is left to tell us what that reason was.
Any guesses why the Bureau would hide something like this?
I only know what I've observed. This place is spatially rigid, which means it doesn't shift like the rest of the oldest house. And before you ask why that is, I have to admit that I'm clueless. There's some signal interfering with my equipment, making it hard to get a clear reading. It's being emitted from the floor. Maybe I should have brought a jackhammer.
The astral plane is already taking chunks out of this place, Emily. Let's not add to it. So let me get this straight. The astral plane is bleeding into the Foundation.
Correct.
And that's happening because the nail is damaged.
I'd say it's a bit more than damaged, but yes, that is my understanding.
So, what's the connection between the nail and the astral plane?
It's a good question. See, I always pictured objects of power as strings between our plane and the astral. If the nail has a similar relationship, then maybe it's more accurate to think of it like plumbing. Now that the nail is busted, sewage is gushing everywhere.
Not the prettiest metaphor.
I should get back out there.
Agreed. The astral bleed won't stop itself.
So, change of plans. I think I'm going to actually make my way around to some of the old NPCs to see if we have some more dialogue to go through. Now, I am kind of curious as to what they have to say. Central Executive, yeah. Right.
Any luck finding the armory?
None. Looks like it got shifted.
Man, I never thought I'd be working in the executive sector. Look at me now, Ma.
So, what's next for Simon Arish?
Well, first off, I'm banning all slide projectors. That's it. Seriously, though, we need to review our protocols. Research should not be making decisions that endanger the entire Bureau, fuck it, the entire fucking world, without some serious oversight.
I think Pope would agree. Certain people in the Bureau have been working in the shadows for too long.
And I'd like to make these HRAs part of the mandatory Bureau uniform. They're not stylish, but better safe than sorry.
I don't think anyone will complain. Not after this. What are your thoughts on me serving as director?
Well, I couldn't be more excited. I mean, look, don't get me wrong, Trench was fine, but well, you pulled us back from the brink, so... Well, I'm honored to serve, man. I mean, fuck, shit. Phaeton. Sorry.
He'll get it one day.
So, What's the situation in my bureau, Alish?
The situation is we are still up to our eyes in Hiss. Not to mention the months of repairs it's gonna take just to get this place up and running again.
But is it doable?
Of course it is. You just might need to tell some rangers to grab a wrench once they're done hunting Hiss.
Did anyone ever mention to you that Darling was using the slide projector?
Well, Salvador never did, but I doubt he even knew. Look, I'm well aware that it's our job to study and contain the things that we don't understand, but some of the things that Darling did were way outside of our mission statement. Look, these things are not toys, and acting like they are is only ever gonna end one way. At least Pope seems to understand that.
Well, it's secure now. No one can reach it without my say-so.
But thank Christ for that.
Marshall's been missing for a while now. Any ideas where she could be?
The last time I saw her was in maintenance when I was leading the Rangers out of the Atlas. Yeah, I told her it wasn't safe, but she said she had to go check on something.
Did you ask where she was going?
Whew, Marshall is not the kind of person you question. Kind of intimidating, you know? But, she was by herself, if that helps at all.
Not really, but thanks.
Hopefully she turns up.
I'll see you later.
You know where I'll be.
Alright. Reese is a cool guy. And if I'd spoken to him earlier, I would have realized that Marshall had gone missing. Anyway, I want to check on maybe some of the other NPCs that might have been around. Let's see if Dr. Rudeness is still hanging around. Wait, was there a mold person here? Oh, that's the ranger.
Do you need something?
I assume you'll be staying with us until the mold is eradicated.
Indeed. Until I find a permanent resolution to this pesky fungus business, I'll be here. Perhaps even beyond that, seeing as you are quite understaffed at the moment. Though I hardly have a say in my own comings or goings. Your oldest house won't open the exits until those hiss monstrosities are cleared out.
Glad to have you along for the ride. Will the mold be under control anytime soon?
We were barely containing it with weakly controlled burns. Just look at how it has spread after a few days of non-interference. It's beyond the threshold now. The floodgates are open.
So that's a no.
Americans.
With Darling gone, I'm putting Emily Pope in charge of the research sector. Are you okay with that?
Perfectly. You have pulled Excalibur from the stone, and now decree as you see fit, O Queen. What a true meritocracy we live in.
Glad to hear it. I had a dream. Or something like one. Darling was there. He told me something, but I can't remember what. I think he's gone.
Right. Well, he's never where one expects him to be, is he? Well, thank God. I can finally stop writing these tedious reports that I'm sure he never even took the time to glance at. If you speak to him again, can you tell him I hope he found what he was looking for.
I'll try.
I should be getting back to work.
I'll see you later, Rhea.
Dr. Underhill, if you please.
So of course, as formal and also seemingly rude as ever, but that last one definitely indicated possibly a much closer relationship than was hinted at before with Professor Darling or Dr. Darling. Yeah, I'm not sure where exactly that comes in, but definitely seemed, you know, as far as she's concerned, more concerned than or distraught than you would expect from someone like her. Of course, she did seem upset about, I guess, not being made head of research over Emily, but if anything, she seems to be not wanting to necessarily work here, but is only here for the mold. Anyway, next person I want to kind of catch up with. Mr. Langston. Mr. Call Me Fred, and I call him Langston instead.
All this paranatural power contained in one place is a risk. Makes me wonder what other dangers are locked away inside the Bureau.
Trench is going to rest us. I really need to dig up my own proposal on better containment practices. More ritual worship, iconography, the whole shebang. Hello, ma'am. I heard about your little tussle over in Nostalgia. So, good house cleaning and things will get back to normal, right? Right? I mean, are normal, anyway.
Can I get a situation report for the sector?
Whew, okay, we still have to perform a proper inventory of the cells. Lord knows how many altered items snuck out during all this. Staffing. We definitely lost some people. Gonna have to hit those college career fairs, am I right? Huh.
Hard to imagine the FBC at job fairs.
The Hiss are still tearing up the place faster than we can fix it, but the containment sector is stable. Ish.
Considering the alternative, I'm happy with stable-ish. Any thoughts on me serving as director? I know it was a sudden change.
Oh, no complaints so far. Trench was all secrets, lots of meetings behind closed doors. You seem much more approachable. But if I can give you some advice, ma'am, keep a grip on who you are. I've been here a long time, and I don't know if it's the job or this place, but people change here, and not for the better.
I'll try to keep my head on straight. Will you stay on after things calm down, Langston?
Are you asking if I'm quitting? Oh, no, ma'am. I'm not having some mid-level agent make a mess of my panopticon. Plus, I'm racking up serious overtime hours with this lockdown. Just don't take too long clearing out the Hiss. My cat gets separation anxiety.
I'll do what I can.
He must have gotten a pet sitter.
I'll see you later, Langston.
I'll be here, like always.
Yep, Langston, as always, is kind of jovial in his own don't know if there's any other major NPCs. Investigations. Don't recall any major ones because even in investigations we spoke with Langston. Now, I want to see if maintenance. Okay, I'm trying this fast travel point to try and get to the janitor's office and see if Auti's hanging out there. Who knows, he might have some more jobs for us. I think this might not have been the best choice of travel point. See, this goes to... Yeah, I'd probably need to change to the... I think ventilation. Yep. And what interested me back there was when Langston mentioned that I should basically not change too much, and that often the job changes people. Low health boost. And see, that's an example of why I like the launch build. Just like to, now that I've actually got energy to be a little more liberal with it, I can just do that real quick.
I guess I just take a seat.
What a mess, take a break.
This is what being a janitor is all about.
So I used to be a janitor, I guess.
I suppose the janitor's assistant does need proper janitor attire.
Interesting. So okay, so Jesse used to be a janitor and of course got a new outfit. That was a pretty simple one, but I think that's our reward for finishing the other janitorial cleanup missions. Damage while low on health. So get rid of that. Pope's collection, the nail. Major targets in the warehouse. Gonna do a... Doesn't seem that Ahti was there at the time. Well, we got a new outfit, got some ability points to spend. Ventilation, yep.
Look alive. Director on deck.
That's right.
The other day, it was in my sink. When I snaked it out, it asked if I had anything to drink.
Okay. Abilities. Got 4 points. Can finish off my ground slam. Great. And so spoke with a bunch of the NPCs, and I think next time we'll carry on with some of our missions. Thanks for watching.